Okay, welcome to just a short video to go through some of the things we've been doing in the strength, stability and mobility class. So this is just an opportunity to just play with some of this during the week. So just, you don't have to do the whole thing, just drop in and just remind yourself partly of what we've done, but also giving you an opportunity to give your body a second or third go during the week in addition to the yoga class. So we'll make a start. So we're going to just get warmed up. So these are fairly familiar to you. So have your feet about hip distance or shoulder distance, whichever feels more comfortable. And we're just going to start with letting the arms rise and fall. And as we do that, we're bending at the hips, bending at the knees, and bending around the ankle. And just see how it feels. So you can have your arms really kind of bendy and floppy. You can have them straight. Just see what kind of works. Just trying to warm the body up. We're also trying to ground ourselves, which all it means is give a little bit more weight to the feet, so that when we move on to balance later on, that feels a little bit more accessible. Okay, so I'll just face this way. So what we can do is vary it. So we take one arm up, and then the other arm up, and then both arms up. We can take the arm slightly to the side, to the center, and to the opposite side. And then slow that down. Okay, and then we take one foot forward, have that bent knee. So whichever our back leg is, that's my right leg. I'm just going to let my right arm swing. I notice the whole body gets a movement, the whole torso. We get a little bit more opening through the shoulder, through the side body, and look behind us. And then release. And if we want to, we can get into a little bit more of a movement, an opening, and a rhythm by raising the back heel. Raise the back heel of the front leg as well if you want to, or toes of the front leg. And then slow that down. Okay, and we'll swap sides. So that leg for me now is my left. So I'm getting into the swing, relaxing that shoulder. So it's got momentum of its own here. And then up behind you, if you want to get more of an opening across the body from right hip to left shoulder. Create more space for the breath, in the lungs, in the diaphragm, a bit more space in the rib cage, intercostal muscles getting a little bit more movement. If you want to change it into back heel, raising as you come forward to get a little bit more of a swing. If you want to bring in both heels raised. And back heel raised, front toes raised, or any combination. Just get into the swing of it, and then calming that down, and back into center. So some basic warm-ups, loosen the shoulders, get the whole body moving, get a little bit more sense of the ground there. Okay, so we're going to bring one knee forward, take the hands just below the knee and let that leg be really heavy. And from there, release so that we can externally rotate, take that leg out to the side. Got this arm for balance. You can use the wall if you need the wall. As we bring it back, we take the free arm across. So it kind of gives, again, a little bit of a counter support, open out, internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, back to center, and relax down, bend the knees for a second, land, second side. Start with both hands so you can really let go of that hip, that leg, get the weight, and then release. Take the leg out externally, bring the knee beyond the center, find a way to move betwixt and between an opening and a closing. Position for upper body and lower body. Okay, and back to center. And safely land. A little bit of a jig to loosen up. Land. Okay, so we'll move on to chair for a moment. So sweeping the arms forward and sitting back. Sweeping the arms forward and sitting back. So it's not hugely different to what we were doing earlier. But we're only taking the arms less distance, and the bum goes back as the arms swing forward. The bum goes back. So it's this sitting motion that will start to engage the glutes and the belly, and you get support down the side body. So next time, just see if you can hold it for a moment. So you are where you are. If you feel safe on your knees, you can bob your bum up and down so that you see if you can get a little bit more release. I'll try and get a little bit further down, a little bit further down. And bobbing back up. Yeah. And release. Hey. So, just seeing how it goes with taking the ankle just above the knee. It might not be that visible, it is above the knee. So we can find any way to play around and also to see what's our best balance here. Okay. Try to get the side, so above the knee. Knee goes out to the side. Release. Okay, so option to put those sort of together. So we're going to be sitting back and having the leg across the thigh this time. Yeah, so we can do as we did before. It's a very strong one. So don't worry if you kind of feel like I'm only going to hold it for a second. I don't want to sit back very far. But if you start to feel a little bit more confident, then the idea is there's a sit back. Sit back. Sit back. So a couple more on each side. Again, that's the tension in the lower back. So just bring the feet to beyond shoulder distance and just have a little bit of loosening for the arms, the shoulders, the hips. A little bit of different movement for the pelvis. It's been locked a little bit to give you that stability. Excellent. And then just calm that down, calm that down. So this time I'm just going to try just one more. So we're getting hold of our ankle and releasing the leg down. And we just see where it lands. See where it lands. Do some little circles with that knee. One way and then the other way. Back into the hip again here. And then just taking that leg out to the side. Other arm gives you a counterbalance. Lengthen a bit more with that arm, which might give you scope to lean a little bit more. And then just come back in. 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 Back. Bit of a jiggle again. Do some tension on breath holding you might be doing. Second time. This is the second side. So just land where you land. Find your balance if you can. And do these little circles. With the knee one way and then the other way. And then go for it. Take the knee out to the side. To give you that counterbalance. And then just out. So when you are bringing the knee back down, you are aiming for the thighs broadly in line if you can. That does mean the hip pelvis needs to come out a little bit more. But play with it, sometimes this works really well, other times the balance is still going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, well done. And round the back and relax. Okay, so just to kind of finish off, just so we get a little bit of different work and different feel for the back, we can just round and arch the back to do the cat-cow movement, just see how things feel in the pelvis, in the back, as that movement sort of starts to work through the spine. And a little bit of a twist, so we didn't do twisting earlier, apart from the loose version. Just taking one hand, ready it through, so back of the palm, back of the hands is on the floor, coming through to, if you can, rest your head and your shoulder, if not, just hover a little distance above that. You can give your weight, shoulder on the ground, lovely, and then just come back to neutral. And then opposite, back of the hands, cross the mat in front of the chest, and land. Breathe. Rest down if it's possible, not always possible. And return back up into neutral. And see how you are sitting, because we've done quite a bit with the hips, so you might feel quite comfortable sitting. I know some of you are comfortable in the hips anyway here. So just see how that is. Rock on sitting bone to sitting bone for a moment. See how that helps you land. And get the spine a bit more comfortable, partly through the movement. Again, if it's not comfortable on the knees, then take the feet further away. That usually helps. Reach forward, reach back, and reach forward, reach back. So it's kind of like a rowing action. We're going on, we're kind of rolling our sitting bones forward and back, so beyond what we would normally do, and behind. So as we come forward, you get a bit of a reach, you roll back, you get a bit of a rounding for your spine. Okay, and then I'll land. And a little bit of a shimmy and a shake. And we'll finish there. Thank you. Hopefully that's something that can just help release tension and also give some strength to the legs through the one-legged work and some stability through the center. So enjoy. See you soon. Thank you.